Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be answering a question on whether or not a small urban homestead is the appropriate size for dairy goats. Arkansas Homestead asks a question. I have a covered carport that I am building walls onto to convert it into a housing area for the goats and a milking place. I don't have much of a yard at all, maybe 8 foot wide by 50 foot in length. Is that enough area for the goats along with the housing area? We live right downtown, so there's not really a lot of space. We have chickens and a garden area as well. Alright, first let's talk about a farming concept known as an animal unit. And an animal unit is defined as 1,000 pounds of a grazing animal or animals. And we use it to plan for forage or grazing of livestock. And that could be a 1,000-pound cow or 10 100-pound sheep, anything that adds up to 1,000 pounds. Conventional wisdom is that you need 1 acre for an animal unit, and depending on your land, soil health, and what grows where you live, you may need to allot that animal unit more or less land for grazing. Now for the property in question, it was stated the goat area would be 8 by 50. That's 400 square feet. If we consider how that relates to an acre, that's 0.9% of an acre. And if we apply that 0.9% to an animal unit, that's 9% times 1,000 pounds, we get 9 pounds. So according to that formula, you can have 9 pounds of grazers in that 400 square foot area. Now that's roughly the size of a single average laying hen. Considering you already have chickens, which I assume are going to be in the same area, you really won't be able to put a goat in there. You're going to end up with a bare patch of dirt and a nasty muddy mess, especially during rainy seasons. Since you're looking to have dairy goats, this means you're going to need to be extremely careful to keep their milking area separate and clean, which is a must regardless of the size of the pasture. But since their pen is going to be muddy and full of goat manure, you cannot let them have access to your milking station until you clean them prior to milking. Now it's also going to be imperative that you clean out their manure very often. In such a cramped space, it's almost inevitable that they're going to need to be periodically dewormed, and that means their milk is not going to be consumable for at least 2 to 3 weeks after worming. Your previous question was about the demeanor of our Saanen goats, if we think they're a good fit for an urban environment. Our Saanens are very quiet, calm, and docile, and that's one of the reasons why we chose them for our homestead. However, they are among the larger goat breeds. An adult doe is going to weigh in at 130 to 140 pounds, and a buck is going to be in excess of 170 pounds. Ours is actually close to 200. So while their demeanor will be very good for an urban environment where you really don't want to be aggravating your neighbors, their size is going to cost you a fortune in grain and hay, since your pen size is going to eliminate their ability to forage. They're going to be eating a ton of grain, and that's almost exclusive. So you may want to be looking into a smaller breed such as a Nigerian Dwarf. Personally, I think you would be better off doing something like tractoring chickens or rabbits in that small area and finding a local raw dairy or homesteader to purchase your raw goat milk from. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this up. Please hit the thumbs up button to like the video or click below to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment or a question below, and we'll try to make a video or answer your question if we can. Thank you everyone for watching. I am the Tactical Homesteader, and we'll see you next time.